Yeah. We back. We are back. What's happening, man? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the greatest show on the face of the earth. We are back in the building at the LeVar Walker Show. Hope everybody's doing good. I had an interesting day yesterday. I had to run around and handle a bunch of business in regards to my car. A lot of shit is going on, but I will tell you the real story if y'all join my Patreon. That is where you're going to get the gritty, raw, you're going to see what's going on in my life on Patreon. But on here, we're going to talk about these topics. And today's topic is about the young brother, Kai Cenat, who seems to be going through a lot right now. Kai is going through a mental breakdown online. Kai doesn't know what he doesn't want to stream anymore. He wants to make clothing now. And he's just going through a lot. I really like the young brother, very impressed by him. Matter of fact, he is my motivation to get up on here and stream every day. However, it seems as if, in this social media game, you build until now you on a high wire, right? It's like the circus or some shit. And you so high up and everybody's watching and you kind of walking and you balancing it. The high wire act is endless. That shit it stretches for miles and miles and miles. And the young man is tired. He's tired. But one of the things I think in regards to Kai Cenat, and I had checked him out because the streaming, this is a new day and age. The kids are really excited about streaming and just watching people. That's the big thing now, to just watch people live their lives. It's no longer what we grew up watching, a 30-minute sitcom that was written and you had great actors and great comedians and timing. Now, these children now would much rather prefer to just watch other kids live life. So none of these kids, I guess the new generation, they are very much so isolated, and maybe they're not living life and they're only living their lives through these screens. Now, Kai is stressed out now. And I'm going to tell y'all, I think I know what happened. Now, shout out to Kevin. Kevin Hart kind of put Kai on the map in the sense of like, just giving them, I guess, guidance and tutelage. But with that is going to come a lot of the industry, right? So you get a lot of vultures with that shit, right? So like when Kevin showed up over there, other stars and other people in Hollywood that are dying, these people, they don't know where the next meal is coming from. These people are seeing this. They're seeing the attention that this young man can generate. Now, as these other big stars are seeing this attention, baggage comes with these big stars that were coming into that basement. Their agents, their managers, now they want to get other clients on. Now the vultures have started to land on the back of this child because now they need the attention, because the Kai Cenats, the Drewskis, the Desi's, they have the eyeballs. Okay. And these people, these vultures and the bloodsuckers in Hollywood don't care. So I feel that a lot of this is due to that. His kid is being pulled every which way. He's producing probably 2 or 3 million a month on his channel, and these people want a piece of that. And now that entertainment has been flatlined by the internet, there's no more monopoly on Hollywood. And this is a nice kid, and people are trying to more than likely take advantage of him. Now, this is just an assumption that I have. I could be wrong. But I was watching him as he talked to his mom. He was sitting depressed, talking to his mom. And I'm going to show you guys this real quick. We're going to watch Kai talk to his mom. Okay. Let me switch my screen. Let me share my other screen here. I'm getting better at this, y'all. I'm getting quicker. And let me switch my sound so y'all can hear it. Okay, here we go. So this is Kai's mom, and he's sitting down with his mom, which seems to be out in the desert there by the rocks. His mom is a beautiful young lady. Let's take a look at this.
I know at times. Usually I'm able to handle a lot of stuff by myself and find ways through it. But I just needed some advice on just pursuing life and goals that I have, to like how to find the confidence and the real commitment to pursue them. Because usually at the times I've achieved so much and I've been able to knock down goals I always wanted to do, and my mindset in my head, it's just like a lot of self-doubt. I'm not even depressed. I'm not sad. It's just for some reason I'm having like a lot of self-doubt because it's out of fear of stepping back from what I'm primarily known for, which is content creation, and pursuing in another goal. One thing I wanted to ask you is like, how do you at times get over self-doubt or voices in your head saying that it's over, or voices in your head saying you might not be able to do it?
Well, first things first, you cannot let your mental take over. Some people are strong, some people are weak. When the voices in your head start coming, it's pushing you either to give up or keep going.
Very, very interesting. Yeah, he wants to get out of streaming and he wants to start a clothing line. However, the streaming is keeping the lights on. The streaming, that's where all the money is. But he's made more than enough money, I'm quite sure. So he wants to and this should be a signal, to the rest of the streaming world, because I don't know where this shit ends. I don't know if you keep streaming to the point where now you got to shove a camera up your ass. You just straight like all day of this and giving of self. I guess it could be mentally and emotionally draining. And then on top of that, he's at the very tippy top of the streaming world where he has the vultures on his ass. And, but he is a good kid. And also, too, I saw him where he's trying to better himself. And that's a big thing. He's being vulnerable online. He's trying to better himself. He's taking everybody on a journey. And he's still somewhat streaming. So we are still here on this high wire act. We're still on the high wire balancing that. And this is him. It looked like he was trying to read. I'm gonna show y'all that too real quick. Let me put that on there. There we go.
Spontaneity. How do I pronounce that? Spontaneity.
Oh boy. Oh boy. The spontaneity.
Oftentimes when I don't know what a word is pronounced, I get to look at how it's pronounced and what it even means.
Spontaneity.
I don't think this baby can read. I don't think this boy can read. I don't think this boy can read. This speaks to a greater problem with our New York public school systems. However, he might not be the best reader, but he's made millions and millions of dollars, which is good. But I hope he didn't sign no contracts.
Spontaneity, the condition of being spontaneous. Spontaneity. spontaneity, and spontaneity of life. Hardly such questions set up a false what does that mean?
Whoa. What the hell is going on? Is he just playing right now? Is this real? Is he playing or is this real? Or am I true? I don't want to seem to be mean here because he's made millions. And look, understand this, people. In America, making millions of dollars doesn't require any like level of, I guess, school intelligence. You can make millions without knowing how to enunciate or understanding pronouns and verbs. And that is the beauty of our country. Don't forget that. But here's the thing. This is a great thing because he's showing us the vulnerability that he has. I'm not making fun of the young man, even though he's a 24-year-old grown-ass man. I'm not making fun of him. I have empathy because he could be my son. This is my son I'm looking at.
Dichotomy.
A false dichotomy. What does that mean?
He got it.
Dichotomy.
He got it, y'all.
Division or
he got it.
Contrast.
Did you see that? He got it.
Or represented as being opposed.
And this is also a great thing too, because if any of you are having trouble reading, you could go to your phone and Gemini will help you sound out those words. Gemini and ChatGPT can help you sound out your vowels and enunciate properly. And the New York City public school system, y'all should be a fucking ashamed of yourselves, okay? You putting people out into the world that can barely read. And you know what that makes us? A permanent underclass. A permanent underclass. This is a representative. Yes, this is the one child. This is the one child out of the hundreds of millions of children that have come through that public school system who made it to the top of the mountain to become a celebrity, an entertainer, and a star. And this is what happens to a lot of stars, because a lot of celebrities have trouble doing arithmetic, reading, and writing. And what ends up happening, they get taken advantage of. You get these nasty managers and agents who can actually read and write, who trap these people in contracts that they can't get out of. Now they're depressed. Now they're mad, and the drugs begin. And then they blame, when the person gets on the drugs and goes crazy, they blame that person. And then they get another person that's super talented that can barely read or write, and they take advantage of that person. It's a perpetual cycle. These people are vultures. They're vultures. And then if you get a person that's somewhat smart and talented, and I'm not calling myself smart, but I'm okay. But if you get a person that's smart, talented, who can actually read the contracts, then that person in Hollywood is typically banished. Because when you can read the contract and you question the contract, that's when you are labeled difficult to work with, because you won't let them fuck you. And this is where we at in society.
Or entirely different. Repeated branching into two equal dichotomy.
Please have your children read at least 20 to 30 minutes a day. I just got a report, and I don't mean to brag, but my son is reading. He's in 5th grade reading right now at a 10th grade level. And that's thanks to his mom, because I'm so in this motherfucker trying to make content and shit. His mother, my wife, is doing an excellent job with our son. So shout out to my wife. I got that boy a good mama. I got him a good mama. And it's he in a great school, and I'm trying to hustle to pay this tuition. So please join my Patreon, because that helps us in this household. and that could help another black child, right, who will know how to read. That's all I'm saying. So please sign up for my Patreon. You're not just signing up for anything. You are helping a black family. This is black excellence right here. Okay. But my prayers definitely go out to Kai, man. You know what I mean? I want the young brother to win. I saw some of his clothing line. The clothes look pretty cool. It looks good. Let's look at some of his clothes. Let me look at some of Kai's clothes. Shout out to everybody, man. Y'all love rocking with me this morning. We about 17 minutes in. Can we look at some of Kai Cenat's clothes? Let's check out some of his clothes. Clothing brand. Okay. And then I think another thing that hurt Kai, man, the girl just played him. That girl just, you know what I mean? She broke his heart. And that is just horrific. You know, I got my heart broke when I was young and in college. I was 19. But to get your heart broken, be like a big famous streamer in front of the world where this young lady snatched the heart, snatched this young brother's heart out of his chest and threw it on the floor and busted it in like a million pieces like it was a Lego for the world to see. And then the world can come in and judge and laugh. And he's in pain. He is in pain. I want to see, let me pull this up, Vivint Clothing. I like the name too. That's pretty cool. That's a good name. Where is his clothing line? Okay. Let's go into the showroom. Okay. I believe this is Kai's clothes. Let's see. Okay. All right. It looked pretty cool. You know what I mean? I try to buy me a couple of pieces, and I'm going to support him too. He got the joggers, the hoodie. Very nice. It looks pretty good. Look like the young kids. I love this stuff. I love the labels. It looks pretty good. It doesn't look bad. But I would tell him though, like on some OG shit, man, keep streaming and sell your clothes while you're streaming, bro, because you could go crazy. Guess what we got came in? Check that out, man. Little Earl. Shout out to Little Earl. Little Earl, you didn't have to do that, Earl. Little Earl opened up for me, man. We just left Philly. We did Baltimore. And Earl, you go see him with me. We'll be in New York at the City Winery. So shout out to Earl. Shout out to Earl for the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate you, brother. And then I'm going to call and roast your ass when I get off this phone. My nigga, Little Earl. Yeah, this is really nice. Shout out to Kai, man. This is nice, bro. Like this shit looks good. It looks good. What do y'all think about the clothes? I like them. I'm gonna support him. I'm definitely gonna support him. I love that. I love that. And Kai too, even though, you know, he might have trouble reading, he's a very smart kid. You know what I mean? Because they were trying to put money in his face, trying to buy all his shit, trying to buy his streaming site, and he didn't sell. And a lot of people I know that are very good in arithmetic and math, they would have sold out immediately. So shout out to Kai Cenat. Shout out to this brother for bettering himself. Shout out to him for trying. And I got nothing but love for him, right? Because he's doing good. He's a positive young man. You know, he's not like a lot of these other little YN niggas that want to go shoot and cause trouble and harm people. Those are the ones I got a problem with. Them little fuckers thinking they tough and shit, but they just come from trauma. And I have empathy for some of them too, because a lot of them are from they traumatized. You know what I mean? And they act out their trauma on other people. So that's what it is, man. That would be a good thing. Yes, Kai should link with Kanye. I would love to see a Kai Cenat Kanye collab. I would definitely support that. That would be a good thing, man. Somebody came in there. I applaud Kid for the change of package. You talk about your change from being a pharmacist to a comedian. This is going to be a great talking point in Macaroni Gaming TV. I'm about to talk to you about that now. And please go join my Patreon. So here's the thing. And if y'all don't know who I am, I know some people might just be coming up, but I worked as a retail pharmacist for 20 years. I graduated from Xavier University, where I earned my PharmD in 2002. When I came out of school, there was a huge demand for pharmacists. I was doing pretty well. I got into pharmacy, working retail pharmacy, and what I realized was I just become a mouse in a maze. And as reimbursements lowered and as these corporate goals just went through the roof and became outrageous, I felt I was being relatively safe. I felt that as if, I pretty much had my life planned out. However, there was something always pulling at me. Now, when I was working as a pharmacist 20 years ago, I would get off work and I would go tell jokes. I wasn't expecting necessarily to make a living from it, but I knew like I was having fun. I was really enjoying myself because I was doing at that time CBS when we were doing 12-hour shifts. It went from 12-hour to 14-hour shifts. And I would get off and sometimes go jump on stage with my lab coat on. And I was getting down, I was always told I was funny. I was always like a class clown. And growing up, with low self-esteem and wanting attention all the time, you kind of become a comedian. Like I think comedians are born and not made. I just think that shit is in you. I don't think you can necessarily become like my whole life. People's like, you gonna be a comedian. And growing up on the south side of Chicago, which is a blue collar town, it was just about getting a job, get you a good job. Get you a good job. They make $22 an hour. That's a good job. Get a good job. And we like celebrity and entertainment through that TV was just so far away. I never even thought about it. But when I was in elementary school, shout out to everybody that went to St. Dorothy's with me. All my elementary school friends was like, LeVar's going to be a comedian my whole life. And high school, I was a little awkward, but I was roasting motherfuckers and shit. And then it was also a protection mechanism. I could roast you and make fun of people and do little stuff to get some type of attention. And then it just kept nagging at me. And in college, I was like, man, I think I'm gonna try my hand at stand-up. So I went out, made my first year of college in 1995, the winter of 1995. I had a winter break and I came back to Chicago. I was on winter break and I called my homie Sam because I was around at Xavier. I was just roasting everybody, people laughing and shit. I was like, man, I'm about to do this comedy. So I called my homie Sam. He had an old raggedy ass, like a 82, 83. It might have been a 70 something, like a deuce and a quarter. I mean, this shit was raggedy. The door was tore off. I don't even know how we got on the expressway in this thing. But we went to a place called All Jokes Aside in 1995. That was the first time I got on stage. Damon Williams was the host. I get on stage and I'm nervous. And look, on the way to the thing, I'm like, yo, I'm about to kill this. You know what I mean? I'm telling my mans, I'm like, yo, man, I got it. I'm about to be famous. And I remember leaving the house and my dad, he was going to work because my dad worked nights at Wonder Bread. And I was like, I'm about to go tell some jokes. All right, son, And I went, we drove down, I waited in the cold I was talking to some older comics. I don't know who the fuck was in that line out of all jokes aside, but I was like, yeah, I'm like 18, 19. Oh, you ain't no 19, nigga, you 30, because I probably did look 30 because I still had a hairline, but my shit was kind of back far and shit, so I probably looked a lot older. But anyway, I go in there. He brings me up on stage. Damon Williams hands me the mic, and Damon don't even remember that. I had to remind him that Damon Williams, Chicago legend, the one that Jessa Larry said she did not know, is the one that first put the mic in my hand. And I began to tell my jokes, and they boo me. They light cigarette lighters. They boo me the fuck off the stage. And at that point, I say to myself, nope, this is not for me. And I just focused on pharmacy. So I'm still, I go back to Xavier. I'm in school. I'm just really focused on my schoolwork, learning all these sciences and shit like that. Doing really well, but I'm still cracking jokes. I get to my last year of pharmacy school. And then, because, sometimes they would have me like read out loud or get in front of the class, people laughing and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I was like rather obnoxious with people because the desire for me to do stand-up, I had suppressed it. So I wanted to do it, but I suppressed it. So if you saw me, I was probably fucking annoying because I'm just on. You know what I mean? Like, like that motherfucker, like this just on like that. So maybe my last year pharmacy school, I called my homie, Orlando, who my line brother, he was number 5, I was number 4. We was always together. He was in pharmacy school too. And I said, yo, I'm about to do comedy, dog. And then I said, I don't care if I get booed, I ain't quitting. And so I started back at Xavier, and I would just go out. I used to do True Brew Cafe in New Orleans. I was just doing little spots and shit. And then kids around campus heard about me doing it. So then like some of the college kids started showing up and shit. And then they had me like going last because I was kind of bringing the crowd, even though I wasn't going to promote this shit because I'm like, I'm not really that good. So people would come out. We do Sweet Lorraine's and True Brew Cafe and just things all around the city. And it was cool. And then I graduated from Xavier. I moved to Atlanta. And I remember going up like on a Sunday night, very, very hard night at Uptown Comedy Club, because I came up in the bowels of just hard hood urban comedy. That's the cloth that I'm cut from. Now I got here after a famous nightclub that was called 559 that Bruce used to host. So they say they'll boo you so bad they would throw a whole nigga on stage at you. Like they would throw a body would come flying at you. They would boo so bad. But I came up here, so I did Uptown for the very first time. And I had to develop a slight little bit of something in New Orleans. I wasn't good, but I came in and I got some laughs the first night. But then I was coming sporadically and I got booed maybe 4 or 5 times after that. They was letting my ass have it, bro. Like Uptown was hard. Like this was on a Sunday night. The Sunday nights at Uptown, you had all the strippers, all the drug dealers, the NBA players. Shaq used to be there. T.I.'s ass used to be in there when he was rapping. Born comics. I know he do comedy now, and we like I be on his ass because I remember, nigga. They would be sitting there booing the comics and shit. And I probably got booed because I was coming for like every couple weeks. I'm like, God damn. But then one of the comics told me, Nard Holston, rest in peace to Nard. I was out in front of Justin's because I would always go to Justin's on a Monday. Like I thought I was doing it. I had my Escalade and shit. I thought I was killing until all the not killing, but doing my thing until all the real ballers pulled up. And I was like, damn, I ain't got shit. But anyway, so I saw Nard at the Justice. Nard looked at me, man, what you doing, man? I said, what you talking about? I said, man, you either gonna do this shit or you not. You can't just come sporadically. You gotta come more, So I said, fuck it. I started coming every single day. So I would go to Uptown almost every day. And then I started to learn like what these guys was doing. I would see them, like I didn't even know you could ever repeat a joke. I wouldn't even repeat a joke. I'd see them repeat a joke and build the joke and do certain shit and the repetition. So then after that, I started getting good very, very fast. I moved here in 2002, and by '05, I had done Comic View. Now, along this way of me telling these jokes, doing it, I'm still working the job. I've only been a full-time comedian for 5 years now, right? And I've been doing it maybe about 23. So it was like a lot of fear because, pharmacy pretty stable. I didn't know, what I mean? I'm just doing my thing and I was winning competitions and shit, but I'm still going to work. And it was just a thing. I didn't, it was the fear. So what ended up happening for me, long story short, my regrets grew bigger than my fears. And I just said to myself, I'm going to do this shit. I'm not working no more. And if I fucking lose it all, at least I know. And here we are 5 years later, by the grace of God, right? Because I can't do this without the Lord. I've been okay. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. There you have it. So did I hope I explained that to you. My nigga Keterick, what up, boy? My brother, man. What's happening, man? You still out there in Oklahoma? That's my dog. We was working together at CBS on Tar Boulevard. That shit was raggedy as hell. That was a raggedy ass CBS. Cause I used to work at all the hood CBS, Tar Boulevard and shit, and Upper Riverdale, and you know what I mean? I used to work on Cleveland Avenue, all that shit. Like, that shit is wild. You say Bernie Mac origin story. Bernie Mac actually worked with my dad. Bernie Mac worked at Wonder Bread with my father, which is so crazy. And also Bernie Mac, it was two people from the South Side of Chicago won the Miller Lite comedy competition. The other one's name is Bernie Mac. Isn't that crazy? Let me show y'all this. It's so crazy. Where that picture at? Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that shit up on I'm gonna put that on my thing, man. Me and Bernie. Southside Miller Lite winners. I want to see if I can find a picture of him when he won. Damn, I can't even find that picture. God dog. Let me put Bernie Mac Miller Lite. It was a picture of him and his wife, and they was holding like when he won the Miller Lite competition. And I got a picture with me holding the Miller Lite thing when I won it with Kevin Hart. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot of y'all probably, I don't know if y'all saw that, but it's got like millions of views when I won Miller Lite, the Miller Lite comedy competition back in 2012. Kevin Hart was the judge. along with Donnell Rawlings and Naeem Lynn. That was pretty dope. I was on fire at that time. 2012, shit, I was on fire. And then I thought I was about to make it, and then the internet showed up in 2014 and took that shit. That motherfucker ran. They ran with it. That's when the internet really blew up, bro. Kendrick in South Carolina, I'm gonna pull up. I'll be out there, man. You gonna have to come to a show or something, man. Definitely. Well, anyway, let's see what else is going on in the world. And then I'm gonna get my ass out of here. We spent a lot of time. I'm glad y'all got to see my story. Uh-huh. Y'all got to see my story. I can't show that. They talking about something with Joe Budden, but I'll get a copyright strike. Joe ain't playing that shit. Let me see. And I can't show y'all a lot of stuff on here because it's Twitter. You damn near gotta go outside to open up Twitter now. Twitter is so nasty. It's got so much stuff on it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I think this is it, guys. I might be out of gas. What y'all want to talk about? Soul has been sold. Y'all roasted me. Somebody say Kai went to one of them rooms. You ain't go to no room, man. It's just shit. It's all economics. All this shit, this entertainment shit is just pure capitalism, bro. And when you talk about the industry, they looking for a horse to ride on. If you like a big entertainer, you're a horse, and everybody's gonna ride your back. That's basically what the entertainment game boils down to. You know, that's where we at. So until it changes. I don't understand. You know what I want to talk about? Don Lemon. Don Lemon has been going at Stephen A. Smith, saying that Stephen A. Smith is throwing black people under the bus, right? And I'm not saying he's not, but I just see it's a lot of hypocrisy in that, right? Because is Stephen A. throwing black people in the, maybe, maybe he talks stuff about black people, whatever. But Don, you married to a white man. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you sit here and talk all this shit? There were probably a lot of good available black gay brothers you could have got with, but you chose not to. What are we talking about here? I just find that to be highly hypocritical, man. That's highly, highly hypocritical. But I'll digress. I will digress. And I got to do some bits on that too. I got to definitely do some bits on that. But guys, we going to wrap this up, man. Listen, please go join my Patreon. Let me ask y'all this. Go pull up the Patreon and see if you can find me. Could y'all do that for me? You ain't got to join. Just see if you find my name on there. Would y'all do that for me? Just go check it out, because I got a lot of running I got to do. Now my damn phone dead. Shit. Check that out for me, man. Look up my Patreon to see if y'all can find it. I just want to make sure it's easy to find. Black Buddha PA, did you find it? You found it? Is that why you giving me the thumbs up? Damn. My phone dead. You found it, dog? Can I pull it up? Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull it up on here. Let's see. That's what I do. Patreon. Come on, y'all. Hit me up, man. Bless your boy with the $5 subscription to the Patreon, baby. We gonna go on a journey together. Where the hell it? I'm trying to pull it up now. I guess you can't just Google. You can't pull it up. Let me see. Patreon. What the hell? Oh. Let me see. All right, I ain't got no members in here yet. I'm gonna load something up today on there. I gotta learn how to really work it. But yeah, so it's up and running. The LeVar Walker Patreon. I was trying to find the actual page. Let me see. Patreon.com/LeVar Walker. No, I want to see what it looked like. How can I? Oh, you can share it on Facebook and all that. Oh, I like that. All right. We'll start checking it out. What's happening, North Carolina? What up, Thurman? I see you, big dog. Oh, dope. I'm trying to see my home page for my Patreon, and I can't find it. Mm-hmm. All right. Yo, Thurman, pull up on me, man. I'm about to start this Patreon, man. I've already started it, but please join, bro. Patreon, LeVar Walker, man. Pull up, and we'll have a good time, people. But listen, man, it's nothing but love, guys. I'm glad you guys checked in. Probably might try to go live again today. So appreciate all y'all, man. And we gonna rock and roll. New York, I'm gonna be there at the City Winery in March. So y'all get ready for that. And we gonna keep pushing. We gonna keep moving and grooving. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? So that's what it is, good people. Let me see. All right, guys. Look, love y'all, man. Let me go get this day started. I got a lot of hustling I got to do. Call me. Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow.